Good morning, welcome to Morning Reviews. This is Kim speaking on Wednesday, the 1st of March. So, as mad as March here comes into mind when I'm talking, Trump did his speech last night or through the Asian session, through the early hours this morning, actually, so I should say. And, well, the markets reacted accordingly, but his speech was actually released an hour before his speech, so, or the text was, should I say, and the markets reacted that bit earlier. However, there doesn't seem to be a lot of detail in his speech once again. So apart from this, he's telling us everything is going to be fine. Oh, great. And you missed out on the hand action as he said that, of course. Right, so looking at the euro dollar, how's it reacted? Yesterday we saw it sell into the close. Today, through the Asian session, we've seen it selling off at the moment. Looking at the sell-off into the close, went back into that daily 21 again. It's as far as it can go back, double topped effectively into the weekly R1. So where's it sitting now on a intraday basis when we're looking at this? Well, it's an awkward old one because it's already down through its S1 here. Daily pivot's quite a long way away. We'd need some sort of reversal for this. Now, with the fact that people were taking the news on a positive view at the moment, or with a positive view, we could see some more selling in the euro. My thoughts are that it may just consolidate some more, but we'll see as we run through the morning. Any sort of it's already retraced to its 21s earlier on in the session after the text was provided. It's sold off again since then as he read it again. Anyway, it's the euro's weak, and any break maybe back above the hourly 8 could see it turning around a little bit more, maybe back for the 21s, etc. But at the moment, looking weak. But whether we'll get a lot more downside is another question. Now, cable's fallen out, broken out the bottom of its channel sort of area I had. It does still have some sort of key support, that other prior low, which is not far below us, 23.48. Got sets of week. Got monthly pivots again here above us at the moment. New monthly pivots were often hit quite early. Looking at the 4 hourlies, well, may get some reversals going on here. Slight bit of divergence, possibly, but that's already been worked off. Actually, I'm just looking at the low on the 26th there, and then we had the low at the 27th, and that's the divergence. And now, really, all we've done is gone lower than the 27th. So that RSI divergence is gone. Looking though on the shorter time frames, well, it never really got particularly oversold here in the from an RSI perspective. It could, on that basis, carry drifting, but we'll see how it runs this morning. Untouched daily pivots above, so if we get back up and there's opportunities on the shorter time frames, we could be looking for longs back into that pivot. And then, of course, there is the monthly pivot if cable gets a proper reversal on here. As I said, with the content that's come out, I'm not too sure that we would see long-term price action relative to what was said, unless more detail comes out, because at the moment there's a lot of detail missing, apart from talking about spending $1 trillion. Okay, the dollar yen saw a bit of as I say, closed positive on this particular case and pushed up through the Asian session here at the moment, seeing the US dollar strength, and is possibly heading back towards that daily 50. However, again, I do wonder how much follow through we'll see this morning. It's already gone through its R1 into its R2, and there is some hourly divergence sitting into that R2. Now, daily pivots are well below where we are. We've already gone through the monthly pivot, so that's that out of the way. Maybe a more confirmed sell break below the 113.36 area, or the 60-minute 8 maybe give a bit more confirmation for a bit more of a retrace, but patience for that one, I think. Aussie dollar, we finally came down, caught the 21, the daily 21 there. It's tried a little spike through the Asian session, not really held on to things here. There was some positive news on GDP, and it's not held on to its gains at the moment, but well, that could come back later. Also run into its new monthly pivot. Very choppy when you look down at the 60-minute time frame, has been for a number of days. Did put in quite a support zone there, which finally we saw the selling going through. Took a long time though, after many attempts. Is this a sign of some more downside? Well, the Aussie economy does look relatively sound in terms of the numbers that are coming out there relative to expectation. So maybe we just get back into that range or see a bounce from where we are. Canadian dollar, well, that softened up. It was softening up yesterday on the let's just run to oil. Oil sold off quite strongly at one point, but it's back into that sort of 54 zone. Still well, wondering whether we'll see oil push up beyond 55 and squeeze those shorts that are sitting there. But there is the monthly pivot below, which may just be a bit of a target at the moment, which could in turn see the Canadian dollar soften a little bit more. It's already, from a weekly perspective, near its R3s there, so it's already moved to quite a tidy range, but a tidy range, quite a range. However, those looking at that weekly, those weekly pivots, and they are relatively pinched, but we'll see. But for now, we have got the monthly pivot below. Any sort of selling again, any counter reaction may give some opportunities. There are divergences running up at the hourly timeframes, intermediate timeframes. Again, it may be prudent to wait a bit to see if they get a bit confirmed selling, and then there's the daily and monthly pivots below as targets. Okay, that's pretty much it. News-wise today, we've got at 9:30 this morning, we've got the manufacturing PMI for the UK, which is often a bit of a mover. Expecting some volatility around that time. Thereafter, it's a relatively quietish day. We've got the Canadian Bank of Canada's rate statement, etc., at 3 p.m. and the ISM manufacturing figures for US, which is probably going to move the market more at 3 p.m. as well. So a bit of volatility around 3 p.m. this afternoon. That's pretty much it for me. Hope you have a great day. Bye for now.